Hello everyone, and welcome back to All Things Space. Now let's get into the video. After detecting both gravity waves and gamma rays from the merging of two neutron stars, astronomers have made one of the most significant discoveries of the decade. The discovery was made on August 17th, with gravity waves detected by the LIGO-Virgo collaboration and gamma rays detected by the Fermi Gamma Ray Space Telescope, as announced today in a coordinated sequence. Here's what we learned from collision of two stars observed. But before we begin, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Witnessing the great collision of two stars. Astronomers used hundreds of various telescopes and detectors all across the planet and in space to look for the source of the signals in a faraway galaxy. The radiation from the merger's aftermath was caught by various facilities, spanning the electromagnetic spectrum, from gamma rays to radio waves. The observations have revealed vital hints about how heavy metals, such as gold, are generated in the cosmos, and are the first ever examples of multi-messenger astronomy, incorporating gravitational waves. The capacity to detect both gravitational waves and visible light from neutron star mergers has also provided a new and independent method of determining the universe's expansion pace. Furthermore, the discovery resolves a long-standing disagreement about the origins of brief, high-energy gamma-ray bursts. Because of the far-reaching implications of the new measures, rumors had been circulating for weeks prior to the release today. Sheila Rowan, head of the University of Glasgow's Institute for Gravitational Research and a member of the LIGO team, is ecstatic with the findings. Sheer diversity, noting that interesting research has already been done with numerous firsts being recorded. All night long. The GW170817 gravitational wave observation is the loudest yet observed in both the Hanford, Washington, and Livingston, Louisiana-based LIGO gravitational wave detectors. The Virgo gravitational wave detector in Pisa, Italy, detected a weaker signal. On August 14, Virgo detected the first gravitational wave from a black hole merger, indicating that the detector was functioning properly and that the GW170817 signal came from a direction that Virgo is least sensitive to. The GW170817 events merging neutron stars generated a black hole with a strong jet, which produced the gamma rays that were also witnessed. The LIGO-Virgo team used data from the three detectors to narrow down the position of the merging neutron stars to around 28 square degrees of sky. The source was subsequently pinpointed to galaxy NGC 4993, which is around 130 million light-years from Earth, using a variety of telescopes and other sensors. Niall Tanvir of the University of Leicester in the United Kingdom was one of those participating in the hunt. According to him, astronomers quickly activated observations on many telescopes in Chile to look for the predicted explosion. In the end, we remained up all night analyzing the photos as they came in, he adds, and it was amazing how closely the observations matched the theoretical expectations. The gravitational wave signals lasted roughly 100 seconds, while earlier black hole merger signals lasted less than 1.5 seconds. The extended measurement period lowered uncertainty in the merger's location, and the form of the signal enabled scientists to estimate the neutron stars' masses to be between 1.1 and 1.6 solar masses apiece. The amplitude of the signal provides a 30% margin of error for the distance to the source. A small burst of high-energy gamma rays from GW170817 was observed 2 seconds after the gravitational waves. Neutron star mergers are thought to be the origin of such short bursts. Although astronomers aren't sure how they arise, we proved that the colliding neutron stars caused brief gamma ray bursts, resolving one of today's major puzzles in high-energy astrophysics, says Francesco Panarale of the University of Cardiff in the United Kingdom. Neutrons matter. The two neutron stars that spiraled inward caused the gravitational waves that were seen in GW170817. Tidal forces may change the shapes of stars as they approach one another. The amount of distortion is determined by the state of matter in the star and the distribution of matter. The gravitational wave signal would be affected by such aberrations, but none were found in GW170817. This has enabled astrophysicists to rule out some predictions of what that stuff may be like, according to Mark Hannum, who's also at Cardiff. Unfortunately, because the frequency of the waves was too high for the detectors to detect, The LIGO-Virgo collaboration was unable to detect gravitational waves from the precise moment the neutron stars merged, leaving gravitational wave astronomers unsure whether the pair formed a neutron star or a black hole. There are 4 possible situations, according to Jim Huff of the University of Glasgow. One scenario includes the merger of 2 neutron stars to generate a new neutron star. Another possibility is the formation of a hypermassive neutron star, which would disintegrate into a black hole in less than a second. The development of a supermassive neutron star that decays into a black hole in a few hours is the third alternative. The fourth option is for a black hole to arise directly. However, further observations by up to 70 more observatories show that the merger produced a black hole surrounded by an accretion disk of material. A fast-moving jet of material burst forth along the black hole's axis of spin as this material was pulled into the black hole. When this jet collided with galaxy gas, it began to slow down, and the kinetic energy it lost was broadcast as gamma rays. Astronomers were able to identify those rays because Earth is nearly in the same direction as the JW170817 jet. Here's a tour of the same jet. Creating heavy elements. According to Imre Bartos of the University of Florida in the United States, one crucial early outcome of witnessing GW170817 is evidence for the formation of elements heavier than iron in the neutron star merger. The neutron-rich heavy nuclei expelled during the merger are thought to have formed such elements. These nuclei subsequently decay radioactively to stable heavy nuclei, emitting radiation that causes the ejecta to glow. The comparatively modest SWOPE telescope in Chile initially spotted this flare in GW170817. After that, the big guns came in and took really thorough measurements that provided us a lot of information, Bartos explains. These include NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, the US Gemini Observatory, and the European Very Large Telescope. Astronomers have found that this neutron star merger dispersed heavy chemical elements like gold and platinum out into space at extraordinary speeds, according to Kate Maguire of Queen's University Belfast in Northern Ireland. These new findings have made a substantial contribution to the long-debated riddle of the genesis of elements heavier than iron in the periodic table, she adds. Looking back at astronomical history, astronomers now have a new technique of measuring the Hubble constant, which is the rate of expansion of the universe as a function of distance from Earth, thanks to these remarkable discoveries. Indeed, one of the primary motivations for LIGO and its European progenitor, GEO, was to develop such a technology, according to Huff. The measurement is achievable because astronomers can calculate the distance to a gravitational wave source by measuring its amplitude and polarization. They can also determine the redshift of the galaxy's light, and hence the velocity it is traveling away from Earth, since they can see it. The Hubble constant, computed from GW170817, accords with independent observations based on these distance and velocity data. We will be able to go deeper into the past to estimate the Hubble constant as gravitational wave detectors develop, Huff adds. What do you think would happen if a star collision involved the Sun? According to Bartos, GW170817 is now one of the most researched objects outside of the solar system after just 2 months of observation. We're still learning a lot, and will be analyzing data for years. More significantly, Bartos does not believe this is a unique or unusual finding. We will witness many more of similar catastrophes in the future, he predicts. With that, we come to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. If you enjoyed the content, then do leave a like. So until next time, take care and goodbye.